ECN Trade Technical Webinar. Good morning and thank you for joining me. My name is Rob Clayton. Well, the overnight price action for the Australian dollar continues to persist higher. However, the challenge towards that 76.35 this morning was rejected, and you can see here from the hourlies that we are breaking down with the trend from the move from that 75.80 up towards that highs is now failing. In light of the current pattern on the intraday, I am looking for a move away from 76.35.60 and down towards the support at 75.80. Beneath there holds the support on the broader term pattern at 75 cents or around 75.40. Reassess from there, because we could even see the Australian dollar eventually moving lower towards 74 region, but this may not be yet until we see the break of 75.40. As I mentioned, fresh claims to the upside should continue to see good supply in the coming session today. The euro, well, since that 112 call I had of a bearish outlook, we've reached the target and now finding support at 109.50, which was the previous level back in July and also in June. In light of the current pattern, and also with the dollar index actually pulling away from its highs, does suggest that we might see a small impulse to the upside for the euro and look towards a resistance of 110.20 to 110.60, which was the recent high, as you can see back here on Friday. In light of the current pattern, I still feel that the market eventually will turn away from this region and look towards that 109.50 level and then lower towards 107.40.70 as an objective. With that said, though, a break of 110.60 will give further concerns and short covering returning and look towards a potential target of 111.20.35 and reassess from there. Dollar yen story is breaking down a little since the rejection from that 104.40.45 resistance yesterday. However, saying that, I still look towards that 102.70.80 support as a short-term platform. With the intraday trend now breaking, as you can see here, does see further exposure to the downside, but towards 102.80, 70.80, I still feel that the market will correct itself from there and get out of its overbought situation and then eventually press on towards 105 to 106. Beneath 102.70 would negate the upside view and give further threat to the downside and look towards a 101.05.15 objective. Sterling trades in a conservative consolidation, with the market now just creeping through the resistance around that 121.80 level. Not a firm resistance, as I see the cap around 122.40.50 holding. However, a break there would expect to see further short covering and look towards 124 as an objective. While we still remain intact at 122.40.50, then I expect to see further weakness and look towards 120.80 as an objective. Gold unchanged really, still holding it in the parameters of 12.45 to 12.60. Currently still seeing further weakness towards the downside, though a break of 68 would negate any bearish threat and look towards 68.76 as an objective. Towards the downside, if we see a move under 40, that would give further exposure towards 12.28, but demand should return from that region. So I'm not overly bearish. And in fact, the way the technicals are looking, we could actually see an impulse towards the upside very, very soon. And to finish off with oil, I still see the resistance at 52.20 capping and look for a move down towards that 49.40 area, which could expose further weakness down towards $46 a barrel. So do note a break of 49.40 will give this exposure to the downside. In the event we see a break above 52.20, then this would negate the downside and look for a possible target of 53.25 and then up to $54 to $55 a barrel. But I feel this is unlikely at the moment. I'm still in favour of a downside move, clearly for the fact of the dollar, of how the dailies are looking, and I expect to see this eventually reach its target of $46 a barrel. Well, that concludes my intraday view. Thank you very much for joining me for my ECN webinar. I hope you enjoy the day ahead.